Okay, boys and girls, we're going to continue learning about the author's purpose for writing something. So our essential question is, how do I identify the main purpose of a text? Our standard tells us to identify the main purpose of a text, including what the author wants to answer, explain, or describe. Okay, let's review what author's purpose means in a nonfiction text. Okay, author's purpose, informative. Informative means informational or nonfiction. That is real stories with real facts. All right. When we talk about the purpose, we're talking about the reason for writing it. Remember yesterday you watched a video that said think about lemonade. A-D-E. The author can answer a question. He or she can describe something or explain something for us. What we have to think about is what is the main purpose or reason of the text. All right, if the author chose to write to answer a question, when we read, we will notice that the author will start with a question. The author will ask the readers a question. Then the author will use facts that we should learn about that topic to draw conclusions. So as we read, the author will answer those questions using facts. Another reason an author may write is to describe something for us. All right, yesterday when we read about the garden, the author decided to describe the garden. All right, when we use that, the author will choose to use adjectives or describing words. All right, in that one we had lots of describing words, describing all the beautiful colors in the garden. This type of writing will use the 6 senses. So you will be able to describe the way things look, smell, taste, the way they feel. All right, maybe what they sound like. There will be lots of details about that one topic if the author is describing. And then the author can write to explain something to us. All right, the author may choose to explain if they want to show you how to do something. That would be a step-by-step process. A lot of times these will use pictures and diagrams of what they are showing you, okay? These may be like recipes or how-to, almost like tutorials that you will see. All right, we're going to read today a nonfiction article. It's actually a history article. And we are going to figure out why the author chose to write it. What was the main purpose of the text? Does the author want to answer a question, describe something, or explain something to us? So we will read it 2 times and then answer some questions. All right, so we'll do that in Nearpod. All right, our story today is called George Crumb, Inventor. It's by Otto Klein. So Otto Klein is the author. All right, so first we're going to read to understand what the author says. Then we'll reread it to figure out the author's main purpose. All right, so let's read. You may love crunchy, salty potato chips, but do you know who first made them? a man named George Crumb did in 1853. He invented them by accident. Crumb was a cook who made delicious French fries. But one day a man complained. He said the fries were too thick. Crumb made the fries thinner, but the fussy man still wasn't happy. So Crumb made the fries so thin and crunchy that the man couldn't eat them with his fork. Instead of being angry, the man loved them. Other people who tried Crumb's treats also loved them. A few years later, George Crumb opened his own restaurant. A big basket of potato chips was placed on every table. In 1895, the first potato chip factory was built. Now people could buy potato chips at the store and put them on their own tables. Okay. Underline 2 details that tell why Crumb made the fries thinner. Why did he make them thinner, guys? Right, in paragraph 2 it says, but one day a man complained. He said the fries were what? Too thick. That's right. So that's why he made them thinner. All right, how did George Crumb's job help him invent the potato chip? He was a cook at a restaurant. That's right. And he was trying to please the customers. How did he invent potato chips? He made the fries thinner, trying to solve a problem of an angry customer. Why did people like potato chips? Because they were thin and crunchy. And you could also eat them what? Without your fork. I bet people like that too because they weren't used to eating with their hands, finger foods. A lot of people didn't do that back then, eat finger foods, so I bet that was kind of neat for them. Let's reread it, and this time let's start thinking about why the author chose to write this. Think about what this is mostly about. Think about why you think the author wrote it. Is he explaining something to us, giving us lots of details, or is he telling us how to do something? All right, keep thinking. Listen as I reread. George Crumb, inventor. You may love crunchy, salty potato chips, but do you know who first made them? A man named George Crumb did in 1853. He invented them by accident. Crumb was a cook who made delicious French fries. But one day a man complained. He said the fries were too thick. Crumb made the fries thinner, but the fussy man still wasn't happy. So Crumb made the fries so thin and crunchy that the man couldn't eat them with his fork. Instead of being angry, the man loved them. Other people who tried Crumb's treat also loved them. A few years later, George Crumb opened his own restaurant. A big basket of potato chips was placed on every table. In 1895, the first potato chip factory was built. Now people could buy potato chips at the store and put them on their own tables. All right, let's look back at our chart and see if we can figure out what type of author's purpose was used. All right, so we have answer, describe, explain. All right, let's see if it's answer. Answer starts with a question, and the author uses facts to draw a conclusion. All right, guys, does this one ask a question and then give facts? Look at paragraph 1. But do you know who first made them? And then what do we start getting after that? Facts. A man named George Crumb did in 1853. He invented them by accident. That's fact number 2. Crumb was a cook who made delicious French fries. That's fact number 3. Look at all the facts we're getting. So already we found the type of author's purpose. The author chose to ask a question and answer it using facts. Whoop, get back to my Nearpod. So he answered a question. So I'm going to put an A over here for answer. In lemonade, it's A for ADE. It's an answer type of author's purpose. All right, now it says complete the chart to help you understand the main purpose of the passage. What is the author's main purpose for writing this passage? First, we need to think about the topic of the passage. Guys, what is this all about? What did we learn about? How potato chips were invented. All right, what does the author tell about the topic? All right, what did we learn? All right, who was it about? George Crumb made thin potato chips. Why? Because a man did not like his what? His French fries. Right. George Crumb made thin potato chips because a man did not like his French fries. Move it over a little bit so it'll all kind of fit. All right. Why do you think the author wrote this passage? The author wants to give facts about how George Crumb invented what, guys? Potato chips. All right, the author wanted us to learn about George Crumb and how he invented potato chips. Now it says, why does the author tell about French fries? Why would the author tell about French fries, guys? George Crumb was making French fries when he created or invented the potato chips. He was making his French fries thinner when he created the potato chips. So it was by mistake that he invented the potato chips. So it is an important detail that he include that he was making French fries. That is a detail that we need to include. All right, next one says short response. Why did the author write this passage? All right, we've already filled that in, so today I will not make you do the short response, so you can leave that alone. Just fill in your chart today, okay? All right, tomorrow we're going to read a science article and figure out the author's purpose for writing it. I'm interested to see. All right, do your best work today.